Here it is.
I mean, you're standing in the way of me and knitting right now.
Right,
So.
yeah. What's up, everyone? Today we have our guest, Joy Felter. Today we have some exciting stuff. She's going to teach me how to knit, see if I can live up to my family name and my grandmother's legacy. Here you have some of your,
some of
your projects,
odds
right?
and ends that I've knit over the years.
Looks incredible. Do you want to go over some of these?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about some. This one's special to me. It's a hat I knit to bring my daughter home from the hospital once I had hers. I'm a big Wonder Woman fan, so we have a Wonder Woman hat. You too could knit a Joey Ramone if you learned how to knit and purl. Yeah.
Well, let's put our knitting caps on and get to it.
So what we need to start, you need two things, and whenever someone's knitting for the first time, the recommendation is to knit on light colored yarn so you can see your stitches, and a little bit of a bigger needle. So here for the sample that I've started, this little swatch, I've got size 8 needles. Your project will be knitting on size 9 needles, which are a little bit thicker.
Big needles
if
for
you
a big guy.
That's right, and a big old skein of yarn over here for you to work with.
You picked my favorite color.
Awesome. To backtrack a little bit, when you start a project, you cast on. That's the first thing that you do.
Okay.
But the most important thing that I want you to get out of this is learning the knit stitch and building confidence in that. And then if we get to the purl stitch, that would be great. And then we can talk about casting on and binding off at the end.
I'm no good at chopsticks.
Yep.
Is this similar?
This is not similar to chopsticks because you will be holding one in each hand.
Gotcha.
As I mentioned, you're always going to hold your working needle, they call this, is going to be held in your right hand.
Perfect.
Okay? And this, with the work on it, is going to be held in your left hand.
Right.
Okay? So when you knit, you're going to insert the point of the needle from the left up to the right through the stitch, the first stitch on the needle. The first stitch on the needle, okay? You're gonna take the yarn. Now you wanna be careful you're not using the tail. You wanna use the working yarn,
okay,
or else you're not gonna get, this is not gonna make a big project, right?
Yeah.
So you want to wrap the yarn around the needle, that needle that you put through, the working needle.
Right.
Wrap the yarn around.
Okay.
You're gonna hold that, right? I use my thumb and my index finger. I'm not gonna tell you what's most comfortable or what works best for you. You'll figure that out.
Okay.
But then you wanna pull it through.
Oh.
Okay? And then you slide that whole section off the needle.
Okay.
All right?
Whoa, so that's part
a
is gonna
stitch.
end up on that needle.
It is.
Wow.
Slide it off. If you yank, you might drop stitches. Not always the desired outcome,
Right,
so
yeah.
just,
It's, rules are good because when you know how to break them.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
I'll get there one day.
You think you got
Let's
this?
give it a
All
whirl.
right, so this is your working needle, even though it has stitches on it, right? Okay, good.
There's a lot of things to hold here. Just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Around
wrap,
it.
that's perfect. Yeah,
Wrap like that.
yeah.
And then,
Oh.
Oops, did I drop a stitch?
That stitch fell right off that needle there. You keep your hands there. You want to slide that down and see that wrap that you have is going to come onto the next needle, and then the whole thing slides off together.
Oh, okay. So we have this skein here.
We do.
Are we ready for this?
The first thing, so we're gonna do, this is called the long tail cast on method,
Okay.
and it's a really common one. There's a ton of different cast on methods to use. The first thing you're gonna do is make a slip knot. Okay, so I wrap the yarn around my fingers,
2 fingers.
make a knot,
Okay.
right, and then you pull it. So now this, adjust the size of the loop there.
Okay.
Right? When you pull on the one side, it will adjust the size of the loop. Okay? And that's how you're gonna start. So you're gonna put that on your needle and you're gonna pull it. You want it snug, but you don't want it real tight. When you cast on, I put my thumb and my index finger in there and make a V and then kind of grasp that tail. Then you loop the yarn under your thumb and up, over your index finger, and then you pull it a little bit snug.
And you count all the way up to 40, I guess.
Yes.
So yeah, when my mom does this, she counts out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has to leave the room to maintain their sanity.
The good thing about casting on is that you can cast on and then you can just go back and really easily count your stitches, how far you've come. So now I have kind of lost count because I can't talk and count at the same time.
Right.
Yep.
So under the thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and up,
Yep.
up with
Yep.
this guy.
Yep. Through that loop, right?
And then
And
over here.
Yep. I'm back in through the loop. In through the loop. Perfect. And now, and pull. Yep. There.
Does that look right?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So that's the start.
So that's the start. That's called the cast on.
And that'll become my left knit needle.
Exactly.
Gotcha. It's crazy that this makes things.
It is. It's sort of, it is. I mean, it really, like, you're just making a series of loops and you
Right.
just think, like, all these different things. People wear knit sweaters all the time, and knit blankets, of course, are super common, and hats and all this kind of stuff. And people have been doing this for, I mean, centuries. Yeah, you know, like, yeah.
I'm like halfway.
You're doing great.
Isn't that crazy?
How do you feel?
All in one day.
It's amazing.
Nuts.
Now listen, I told you there's only the knit stitch and the purl stitch, so you're halfway there. So you'll see here, I'm at the end of my row, I have one stitch left. So I'm gonna just, as usual, knit that last stitch. Now all my work has been transferred to my working needle, my other needle, and so then you turn, did you see I turned the work over? You're always gonna wanna start here, and you just switch. Then you get to do it all again.
Wow. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you should feel really
What
good.
a special day. Yeah.
I hope to see that framed
Yeah.
on your desk.
Soon. Sure. Yeah. Super excited to dive into my new skill in knitting, making a scarf. Hopefully I'm done by next winter. Not making the fastest progress here, but can't wait to have a scarf.